I think you needed an eye mask. Wake up, Jeff!
What? Hey guys.
Are you the purple wiggle?
I don't know, which one's the blue one?
I don't know.
They've all changed now. They used to be... So I'm chewing... I don't normally chew, but I'm chewing frankincense resin.
Right.
Now it's stuck between my teeth. Okay. Hey, it's Monday night. Sorry about the stupidity there. But it was kind of vaguely relevant because it is Monday night. We're here every Monday night. This is Kim. She's a certified clinical aromatherapist, expert, not worthy. I'm just me, Jeremy. But every Monday night we're here to talk about something important. That's why it's called Let's Talk About. And tonight we're talking about?
Ruta Vala.
Ruta Vala. And I don't even know, I mean, where does that... Anyway, we'll come to the name. But when I first heard Ruta Vala, I thought it was root of Allah. And then that wasn't correct, was it?
Is that from your churchy background?
Yeah, I thought root of Allah, so I've got no idea. Anyway, we're going to talk about Ruta Vala and
how good it is for
the
sleep.
the many benefits. So anyway, let's stop mucking around. Let's roll the music.
Who got a chance to join us for the hormones workshop on the weekend? Let us know.
I don't think we should talk about this.
Still a tune.
People might misunderstand what we're trying to say.
Let us know what you thought if you joined us.
So what do we sing? Ruta Vala.
Let's talk about Ruta Vala.
Ruta Vala.
Kind of right.
Ruta Vala. Ruta Vala. Ruta Vala.
Right.
Ruta Vala.
Okay. So.
Vaguely appropriate.
Alright. So Young Living actually sells Ruta Vala in two different forms.
Yep.
They sell it as a 5ml oil, which is just the oil, which I'm going to talk about what's in it in a minute. And they sell it as a roller bottle that's already diluted and made up for you. Okay?
Yep.
Has anyone tried these? What do you think of them? Which one do you like better? All right, the reason why it's called Ruta Vala is because it contains 3 oils, okay? 3 oils are in the blend called Ruta Vala. They are rue, which people often call Ruta, but the true name is rue, R-U-E.
Mm-hmm.
The Va bit comes from?
Lavender.
Valerian.
No, Valerian. Oh, no, I knew that.
And the La bit comes from?
Lavender.
Lavender. So those 3 things are in this blend, okay? So when I often talk in terms of like a scale, okay? So if you have difficulty sleeping, then lavender is usually my first go-to, okay? Or something like peace and calming in a roll-on, okay? So peace and calming and lavender, they're just like the baby kind of, for a lot of people, lavender and peace and calming, they're the bomb.
Yeah, they do the job.
Yeah, they do the job, okay? The next step up from that is something like tranquil, okay? Or valerian, okay? A lot of people have probably taken valerian tablets. You can buy them from the health food shop and things like that to help you sleep. Adding it to a bit of Mega-Cal, because Mega-Cal's got magnesium and calcium in it, certainly helps if you're a bit restless at night, and like drinking some Mega-Cal before you go to bed helps. But if you want the full-on punch in the head, knock you out stuff, then that's when I go for Ruta Vala, okay? Now, whenever we travel, I have difficulty sleeping in hotel beds and adjusting to time frames and all of that kind of stuff. So I pull out my Ruta Vala. Now, I just pop this one out of the box, like it comes in a little tube thing, because the one I had down beside our bed is so ratty from traveling. You can barely read the label on it, right? It's so ratty. So I had to get a new one out to show you because I thought, you guys are just gonna,
Yeah, because it's been in our suitcases and next to our bed and everything else.
Yeah, and I travel with it all the time, okay? It's amazing, amazing oil, Ruta Vala. Now, they say that if you don't like the smell of it, then you really need it. And they say that for all oils. And you know what? The 3 oils that Young Living sells that I really don't like are cedarwood. You've heard me talk about it. Smells like cat's wee. Valerian, which smells like stinky shoes or stinky socks, and Ruta Vala. Okay, now they all are for what? Sleep.
Yeah.
The one thing that I don't get a lot of. So Ruta Vala is definitely the go-to oil for sleep. Okay, now how do you use it? So obviously it comes in a blend, so you can make up your own roller bottle if you want, or you can pop this beauty into the diffuser. Great to diffuse. Still has that stinky smell though. But if you don't like wearing it on yourself, then you can put it in the diffuser. Okay. Now this is already diluted with coconut oil. I'll get you to hold that one. Okay. Now the best place to roll this is actually on the locus coeruleus point, which is that, you know, the little indent in the back of your neck. Probably can't show you, but basically where your spine goes to the bottom of your skull. You can feel that there's a little indent in there. So rolling it around 3 times or more. And then what I do, because I do it on myself before I go to bed, I put it in that little hole.
Does this mean we're going to fall asleep momentarily?
And then I roll it out to my ear and down my jaw. Now I have a lot of tension in my jaw. Like when I'm stressed, like before the hormones workshop that I ran on the weekend, I felt like my jaw was locked, right? Locked jaw. I roll it along my jaw and down each side of my esophagus. And then I do the other side, okay? So along in the locus coeruleus spot, 3 times around, out to my ear, out to my neck, and down my esophagus, okay? Now I can't stand the smell of it. So out comes my trusty Tranquil, which I much prefer the smell of, and I go over the top. Oh, you know, that's got lavender and Roman chamomile and all yummy things in, so I love the smell of that. But it really, especially when I'm traveling, it just doesn't cut it, okay? I need this one. I need the Ruta Vala, okay? Now, I'm just going to tell you about Ruta Vala. So, rue the plant, it's actually like a weed that grows on the farm in Ecuador, and it's been used for, you know, centuries basically as a food preservative in South America. So they put it in teas to preserve teas and other, you know, like foods to preserve them, but it had never been turned into an oil until one day some farm workers on the Young Living farm in Ecuador, they kept walking on this weed, right? Weed's just a plant that's growing in the wrong spot, but they kept walking on it. And every time they walked on it, they could smell this aroma and they thought, wow, I wonder what would happen if we distilled it. So they started distilling it. And in true Gary Young fashion, he thought, wow, let's start testing this, okay? Now, at first, he thought, let's use it on some of the patients at the Nova Vida clinic in Ecuador. So he started using it on people. And, you know, a lot of the patients who come to the clinic, they're quite stressed. And he thought, well, let's try it out on them. And what he found was not only did it help with their stress levels, but it helped them to sleep. So, you know, so that's when he started thinking, well, what else can I blend it with? And that's why he started blending it with valerian and with lavender. So it's an amazing, amazing product. You can also, if you're, you know, having a bit of trouble, you're feeling a bit sad, you can actually put a dot underneath your nose. Now, I don't do this because I'm bad enough with it on my neck, but lots and lots of Young Living people do this to lift their mood. They actually draw either on the end of their nose or just underneath their nose to actually lift their spirits and their mood. So mood, sleep, stress, you know, it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, really.
And did you want to talk about what's in it?
Valerian, lavender, rue, and coconut oils in this one, but not in the wherever the single blend is.
This one here.
Yeah.
It's good. Did you want me to talk about anything?
Sure.
Well, I was going to talk about why this is such an important product, actually.
Yeah.
Because, as Kim said, she struggles, and I've watched you do this, she struggles with sleeping because she's always got a million things going on in her brain. And
only a million.
On a good day, you've got a million. But sleep in I think in our society is totally underrated, and which is a pity because because we don't. Well, it's interesting. At our place, our bedroom window faces outside, and we don't have curtains, so we wake up when the sun comes up, essentially. But we're totally out of whack with our circadian rhythms. and most people in our world don't get enough sleep. So let me just quickly say, getting a good night's sleep has massive health benefits. So using something like Ruta Vala, here's a few. This is all clinically researched and everything. So a good night's sleep creates better productivity and concentration. Whatever you're doing, you're going to be more productive, you're going to concentrate better. It can actually help you not gain weight, right? So a lot of stuff that happens during our sleep, one of the things they think is the regulation of hormones, which control our appetite and the way that we actually use food, which is related to better calorie regulation. So that's another part of it. If you're an athlete, then the best thing that you can do, apart from obviously training hard, is get a good night's sleep before your race, because it improves everything about your performance. So faster, more coordinated, all those things. Just a note, like when we're sleep deprived, a British study showed that if you have basically one crappy night of sleep, so if you go 17 to 19 hours without sleep, it's the equivalent of being 0.05 drunk on alcohol, right? And if you go more than 24 hours, it's more like 0.1 on the drunk alcohol. So, and that means you're driving, with that lack of coordination, all that stuff, right? A good sleep lowers the risk of heart disease. Helps you actually function better socially and emotionally. If you don't get enough sleep, you actually find it harder to pick up on other people's emotions. So you're more likely to get annoyed with people, you're more likely to take things the wrong way.
Never me. Doesn't sound like me at all.
and when it comes to mental health, there's strong links between lack of sleep and mental health issues, particularly depression and even suicide. There's a lot of correlations between suicides and sleep problems. And the final one is just in terms of general health, not getting enough sleep actually depresses our immunity on things. So we're more likely to get sick if we're not getting enough sleep. So something, if you're struggling to sleep, then this little baby is an amazing bonus for you.
And mentioning babies, one of the questions I often get asked when I talk about Ruta Vala is, can I slather my kids in it?
Only if you want them to smell like dirty socks.
But no, it's not a great oil for kids, okay? Young Living has actually designed Sleepy Eyes, okay? And Sleepy Eyes, although it has other ingredients in it, 3 of the ingredients are lavender, rue, and valerian, okay? So those 3 oils plus geranium and sacred frankincense and other essential oils are in Sleepy Eyes. But it's not as concentrated as it is in Ruta Vala. This is too concentrated. Like as I said, when I talked about that spectrum, lavender and peace and calming and stress away down that end, and then you've got valerian and tranquil, and then right up this, and probably Sleepy Eyes fits somewhere in between that back down this end, but up this end we've got the Ruta Vala. So I don't recommend using it on children. I would much prefer that you make a roller out of the Sleepy Eyes or pop Sleepy Eyes in the diffuser rather than using Ruta Vala. So anyway, and as I said, if you don't like the smell, pop some Tranquil on over the top.
But it grows on you.
And you can put it on your feet too. So if you don't, as I said, the best point is that locus coeruleus point, because that's where all your nerve endings are, and then it travels all around your body and drawing it along your jaw and down your esophagus. But you can actually, I know heaps of people who don't like the smell, and they draw it on the bottoms of their feet and pop some socks on over the top, and they still get benefit from it. So there you go.
Yeah.
So that's it. Go out, try yourself some Ruta Vala. And let me know what you think of the smell.
Well, and we swear by it. Like, I suppose in a weird way, I knew nothing about it until I started traveling with Kim. And now
he doesn't even have to wear it because I put it off of it all.
I just cuddle Kim and then I go to sleep. So it's a beautiful thing. But I actually associate the smell with being in a strange place, but going to sleep. So it's good.
All right, we will see you same time, same bat channel, back here next week.
Hope everything's good for you. Hope you're staying well. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're staying sane.
Join us for some of the workshops this week. We've got Maria Aurora on Wednesday night, the kids workshop on Thursday. I think we've got Danae. Yeah, Danae's on Saturday and Sunday. Actually, we're talking sleep at Oily Club.
There you
and
go.
Detox Your Home. Heaps and heaps of training this week if you want to learn more about using Young Living products.
Yep. So,
Right.
and how do they get on those workshops, just quickly?
Have a look in the Team Bella Facebook group or on the Hot Oily Mama website. Hot Oily Mum, coming
Hot
events
Oily
on the Hot
Mama,
Oily Mama Facebook page or website.
Okay.
All right, thanks guys.
See ya.
Bye.